Hey guys, me again. So back with my third installation of these little pain chats. If you haven't been tuning in, I would recommend watching Persistent versus Acute Pain and Pain Science 101 just so you have a little bit of background knowledge about what we're going to be diving into today. And if you haven't joined in with us yet, my name is Jess. I'm a third year DPT student as of now. And today we're doing MythBusters, Pain Edition, Common Myths About Pain Debunked. So let's dive right in with the pain gate theory. Now, the pain gate theory is a widely accepted framework for how pain works in the body that is still taught to students throughout the country in various programs. The theory states that nociceptive information travels through the spinal cord and gets to a gate when it reaches the brain. And if it's normal, non-painful information, it doesn't go to the brain because it's blocked by that gate. Now, if it's painful information, it opens that gate and gets to the brain, causing pain. So this theory says that pain is created by the tissues and that the brain doesn't have a role in creating pain. So as I've explained in Pain Science 101, tissues can't create pain. The brain creates pain. You can have nociceptive input without pain, and you can have pain without nociceptive input. So in the pain gate theory, that phenomenon just wouldn't be possible. Nociceptive input would always result in a pain experience. And a pain experience would only occur in the presence of nociceptive input, which we know is simply untrue. To completely disregard the brain's role in the experience of pain is to completely misunderstand what actually creates that pain experience, which can have detrimental effects when it comes to treatment. You have to know how something is supposed to work in the first place in order to fix it. You wouldn't fix a car engine if you didn't first know how it was supposed to work, right? The pain gate theory wrongly assumes that pain equals tissue damage, which leads me to my next myth. Pain equals tissue damage. Again, simply not true. If pain always equals tissue damage, how can a breakup with a significant other or spouse make you feel like you've been literally punched in the stomach? How can you rip the tip of your toe off and not notice? I'm sure every single one of you watching can think back to a time when you felt physical pain with no physical tissue damage and felt no physical pain with some, maybe a lot of physical tissue damage. It simply doesn't add up. Now, just because pain doesn't necessarily mean damage, doesn't mean that it shouldn't be addressed. So, next myth. It's better to tough it out and live with the pain. False. Big surprise, I know. Now, no matter what the root cause of your pain experience is, there is a cause. There is a painful experience, and your nervous system is learning from it. Just like we learn to walk or learn the Cupid Shuffle or the Cotton Eye Joe. The more we did it, the more we practiced it, the better we got at it, and the more automatic it became. The same is true for pain. The more often you have a pain experience, the more practice your gets with replaying those contexts and experiences, the better it will get at creating that pain experience. While you want to practice the Cotton Eye Joe so you can become the best Cotton Eye Joer on the dance floor at the next wedding you attend, you don't necessarily want to practice that pain experience. Instead, you want to practice how to get out of that pain experience. Now, there are many ways to get out of that pain experience, and one of the most effective is exercise. So, next myth. Exercising with pain will make it worse. Again, false. While in some situations this may be true, like in the context of a broken leg, running on it is not advised unless you're running from a bear or something. But for most situations, it's the exact opposite. Use it or lose it, in my opinion, is one of the best phrases ever coined. All the tissues in the body need a certain amount of stress to stay alive and healthy. The majority of physical therapy is based on the principles of exercise as medicine, and it's well founded in evidence. When you pull a hamstring, you don't stop walking or standing altogether. You do what you can until you can do more. You keep using that muscle and nudge it further and further until it's healed. If you did stop using it altogether, it wouldn't get the nutrition that it needs from intermittent contraction that it needs to heal properly, and it would get weak, short, tight, and most likely lead to more tissue damage and a decrease in functional capacity in your day-to-day life. So not only do tissues need this intermittent stress to heal, get nutrition, and stay healthy, but when you exercise your body, it releases chemicals that are natural to your body that work as painkillers themselves. So you're healing your tissues, you are feeding your tissues, and you're getting your endorphin rush that makes you feel better in general. Still not convinced? It also shows your brain in an experience of pain that, look, it's safe. It's totally fine to move, so you don't have to be scared. Exercise itself can be a safety message. Exercise heals from a tissue standpoint, from a pain modulation standpoint, and from a threat reducing standpoint. Now, when I first learned this, I thought, if exercise can show your brain that it's safe, does that mean I'm imagining it? Now, that brings me to my next important myth to bust, but you're going to have to tune in for the next episode for that. See you next time.